Imagine landing in a country where the language looks unpronounceable, the culture runs deep, and the people, warm as they are, don't exactly throw open their arms the moment they meet you. No small talk, no instant bonding over a handshake. Just a quiet, measured look that says, "Earn it." That is Poland. And for thousands of foreigners who move there every single year for work, for love, for adventure, the question that haunts them most isn't about visas or apartments or finding a good jurek. It's something far more human. Will I actually make real friends here? Today, that question gets a real, honest answer. Not the tourist brochure version, not the overly optimistic expat blog take. The actual, layered, sometimes uncomfortable truth about what it takes to build a genuine social life in Poland as a foreigner. Stay with this until the end, because the answer might surprise you. The very first thing every foreigner notices, and the thing that trips up the most people, is what many describe as the Polish social wall. Polish people are not cold. That is a myth worth dismantling immediately. But they are measured, careful. They do not hand out their trust on the first meeting or the second or sometimes even the fifth. There is a reason for this, and it goes far deeper than personality. Poland has spent centuries navigating occupation, partition, and political upheaval. Communities learned, sometimes the hard way, to be cautious about who they let in. That historical instinct didn't vanish with the modern era. It evolved into a cultural norm. Formal at first, loyal forever. What does that look like in practice? Poles will use formal titles. Pan for Mr., Pani for Mrs., until they explicitly invite you to use their first name. Showing up to someone's home for the first time without a small gift. Flowers, chocolates, a bottle of wine is noticed. Punctuality is not a suggestion. It is a signal of respect. These aren't obstacles, they are a code. And once you understand the code, the wall starts to look less like a barrier and more like a gate. One that opens, slowly but fully, to people willing to be patient. Here is what long-time expats in Poland say almost universally. Once a Polish person calls you a friend, it is one of the most genuine, loyal friendships you will ever have. That is worth remembering during the early months when things feel slow. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather, the elephant in every conversation: the Polish language. Polish is famously one of the most difficult languages in the world for English speakers. The grammar alone could make a linguist weep. And yet, and this is crucial, making any effort to speak it changes everything. Poles respond to the attempt. It doesn't matter if the pronunciation is wrong, or the case endings are all mixed up, or if dziękuję comes out sounding nothing like it should. The moment a foreigner genuinely tries to engage in Polish, something shifts. The social temperature rises, a smile appears. Suddenly there is common ground where there wasn't any before. In the major cities, Warsaw, Kraków, Wrocław, younger Poles speak excellent English, so day-to-day life is manageable without Polish. But social settings are a different story. Group conversations default to Polish. Inside jokes happen in Polish. The real texture of a friendship, the casual, unguarded moments, that happens in Polish. So enrolling in a Polish language class is not just a practical move. It is genuinely one of the fastest ways to make friends. Not only do the classes teach the language, they put foreigners in a room with other people who are also new, also trying, also figuring things out. Instant common ground. Think about that for a second. Drop someone into Kraków with no friends and no Polish. Sign them up for a language course. And within 2 weeks, they are sitting in a classroom with people from 6 different countries, all united by the shared suffering of Polish grammar. That is a friendship origin story right there. So where do the real connections form? Let's break this down practically, because the answer is more interesting than go to bars and smile at people, which is, by the way, actual advice found on expat forums. It is not wrong, but it is not the whole picture. The workplace. For foreigners who arrive with a job case, especially in international companies, schools, or tech firms, the workplace is the most natural starting point. Shared goals, shared frustrations, shared coffee breaks. It removes the pressure of manufacturing a social situation from scratch. The key move here is simple. When someone seems interesting, just ask if they want to grab lunch or a drink after work. That one step, from colleague to friend, requires nothing more than asking. Sports and hobby clubs. This is consistently the most underrated tool in the friendship building toolkit, not just in Poland but anywhere in the world. Join a running club, a climbing gym, a football team, a board game group. The point is not the activity. The point is recurring, low-pressure exposure to the same people over time. That is literally how friendships form. Repeated, shared experience. Poland has a rich culture of hobby communities, and many cities have English-speaking groups for exactly this reason. Language exchanges. These deserve a special mention. Language exchange meetups, where Polish speakers practice English with foreigners who practice Polish, are brilliant social equalizers. Both sides are vulnerable. Both sides are learning. Both sides need something the other has. That dynamic creates genuine fast connection. These happen in cafes, bars, and community centers across Warsaw, Kraków, Gdańsk, and beyond. Online communities. Facebook groups like Expats in Warsaw or Expats in Kraków are genuinely active, and they organize real-world meetups regularly. Meetup.com in Warsaw alone hosts hundreds of active groups, from tech talks and hiking clubs to book groups and cultural tours. Internations is another platform specifically designed for expats globally, with a strong presence in Polish cities. Pause for a moment and think, which of these fits best into a life someone is already building in Poland? Because the right answer is not all of them at once. It is the one or two that align with genuine interests. Forced socializing leads to exhausting friendships. Organic socializing leads to lasting ones. To connect with Polish people, not just meet them, but actually connect, it helps to understand what they genuinely value in relationships. Authenticity ranks near the top. Poles have a finely tuned radar for performative friendliness, the hollow kind that's all surface and no substance. Direct, genuine communication lands far better than effusive, over-the-top warmth that feels hollow. Say what is meant. Mean what is said. That resonates. Family and shared experience matter deeply. Polish social culture centers heavily on food, gatherings, and shared ritual. Being invited into someone's home is not a casual gesture in Poland. It is a significant one. Treat it that way. Bring something. Be present. Show genuine curiosity about the people there and the food on the table. Loyalty is the currency. Polish friendships are not wide and shallow. They tend to be narrow and deep. A Polish person might have fewer close friends than someone from a more extroverted culture. But those friendships are maintained with extraordinary consistency and dedication. Understanding this helps set realistic expectations. It is not about collecting contacts. It is about building a small number of real relationships. And perhaps most importantly, showing genuine interest in Poland itself, its history, its culture, its food, its language. Not as a tourist passing through, but as someone who chose to be there and wants to understand what that means. That posture of respectful curiosity opens more doors in Poland than almost anything else. So, how hard is it to make friends in Poland as a foreigner? Hard enough to require real effort, easy enough to be entirely achievable, and ultimately rewarding in a way that is difficult to find anywhere else. Poland is not a country that gives itself away cheaply, but that is precisely what makes the connection meaningful when it comes. The friendships built there, slowly, genuinely, through shared experience and mutual respect, tend to be the kind that last decades. For anyone building a life in Poland right now, or thinking about it, the social side is not a lottery. It is a strategy. Show up consistently. Learn even a few words of Polish. Join something. Live somewhere with people. Be patient with the pace. Be authentic in every interaction. The wall is real, but so is what is on the other side of it. If this gave a useful new perspective on life in Poland, consider sharing it with someone who might need to hear it. And if there are personal experiences with making friends in Poland, good, bad, or unexpected, drop them in the comments below. Those real stories matter, and they help others feel less alone in the process.